This is William K. Murtaugh, Witness 1. And today, I'm going to discuss what is probably the dumbest business decision that's ever been made in American broadcast history. And that is the decision by the chairman of the Federal Communications Commission to threaten ABC over a broadcast that Jimmy Kimmel made and his opinion regarding the assassination of a MAGA advocate. Now, I listened to that monologue, and I really didn't see anything wrong with it. But apparently, Donald J. Trump got a royal burr up his ass for what was said in that monologue, and the FCC chairman decided to stick his nose into everything and tell ABC that we can do this the easy way or the hard way, that the FCC has ways of making life miserable for ABC and its affiliates. And as a result, ABC and Walt Disney World, who owns the network, decided it would be a good idea to suspend Jimmy Kimmel. And that turned out not to be such a bright idea, because the public got pissed off and said, we're not going to tolerate this. And so the boycotts began. People stopped watching ABC. People started canceling subscriptions to Hulu, which is owned by Disney. They canceled subscription to the Disney Channel. They quit going to Disney movies. They quit going to Disney theme parks. They quit taking Disney cruises. And they stopped buying Disney's stuff. All their little trinkets. T-shirts, dolls, costumes, action figures, you name it, they quit. And this could not have come at a worse time for ABC, because there was a revolt going on within ABC by the actors, entertainers, and producers of ABC content. And another network, NBC, took advantage of this and said, the grass is greener over here. We do not censor, and we will pay you more, kind of like a signing bonus, if you guys come over to our side of the woods and work with us. Not for us, but with us. We will give you creative freedom. We will not censor you. We will not sick lawyers on you with disclaimers, and so forth. And so after Disney lost $4 billion alone because of this stunt, and there's no telling how much money ABC lost, as sponsors of local affiliates as well as the national network decided it would be smarter for them to take their business elsewhere and go advertise and sponsor somewhere else. Now, the day that I'm making this recording, Jimmy Kimmel is hours away from going back on the air. This being Tuesday, September 23rd, 2025. And everybody is going to be watching Jimmy Kimmel to see what the first post-suspension monologue is going to be. And it's going to be equally interesting since a guest of Jimmy Kimmel is none other than the current governor of California, Governor Newsom. And so this is probably going to be a blockbuster monologue. And the ratings are going to go through the roof. And there's going to be a bunch of happy advertisers. But it's going to be short-lived. For when the dust settles in all this, I can guarantee you that Jimmy Kimmel is going to have a backup plan for in case this happens again. He's going to have a way to go from point A to point B, whether it be to NBC, another network, or to Netflix and other cable outlets. Because for the most part, he would be in a better position to air his opinions to a willing audience without fear of some moron in the Trump administration threatening to take away his freedom of speech. And so there we have it, folks. Tonight is going to be a pivot point in the free speech movement. Either Disney World, ABC, Sinclair, Nexstar, and this other small, never before heard of third affiliate conglomerate that want to go around buying up local stations and merging and trying to control the narrative through affiliate ownership is going to be a very poor business decision. It's going to cost them. I can see the American public starting a movement to petition for antitrust investigations into all these mergers, especially the merger that will not be possible unless the FCC changes its ownage percentage rules. Because if these mergers go through, 80% of United States over-the-air broadcast affiliates will be under the control of extreme right-wing corporations. A single viewpoint. It will be near impossible for any other opinion than that of these ultra right-wing pro-Trump stations, viewpoints, will be possible. You know, the fairness doctrine was once created to deal with this problem in favor of the right wing. And it was dropped. And what has happened is the right wing has completely taken over broadcast media. And it's been ironically proven that the deep state is not Antifa or the libs or the left or the Democrats. It is the mega Republicans that are the true deep state. They have infiltrated and taken over every media out there, be it newspapers, magazines, social media even, and broadcast networks and local affiliates. And people are fed up. This stunt by the chairman of the Federal Communication, Donald Trump, and the owners of these conglomerates who control the political narrative on local TV stations has pissed off the public. They said enough is enough. And putting Jimmy Kimmel on the air is not going to be the end. This is only the beginning. Because people are now paying attention. And even those on the right are beginning to realize that if this is not stopped, that the inevitable control of everything by the Democrats may work against them, because the FCC has now defined the criteria for getting you taken off the air. And that same criteria could be waged against a controversial mega pundit like Newsmax, where he makes a so-called inappropriate remark, and they can use the Jimmy Kimmel suspension as a precedent towards their actions. We are coming into a situation where unless people wake up and change the way things are done in this country, a lot more freedoms are going to be lost than have already been lost. So, pay attention, folks. Don't be passive. Make your viewpoint known. I don't care where you are on the spectrum. But censorship should not be a tool to be used to quiet dissent. It'll lead to the destruction of this country and the end of democracy. This is William K. Murtaugh, Buisness 1. Have a good one, and stay tuned, because things are going to get interesting in the days and weeks to come.